Is that, I mean, beyond winning a national championship, what games like that, what finishes like that jump out at you, Gary, from your time at Maryland?
Well, we were on the negative end of a lot of those games. We played, I think, I don't know how many people remember, but in 2003, we had a jump shot to beat Michigan State to go to the Elite Eight, and we missed that shot down in Texas. And, that was coming off, a Final Four national championship. And then that year, I thought that team really pulled it together because we still had a little bit of a hangover from the national championship in 2003. And, I think Notre Dame and Texas won, and we had to pull it together just to make the NCAA tournament. And then we had a shot to get to the Elite Eight. So I remember that one. And, of course, getting beat by Michigan State on kind of a weird play in 2010, I guess it was. Yeah, Gravis Vasquez here was really tough to take because we came from 17 back in the second half, and Gravis scored 10 points in the last minute of that game. It's just incredible, to have to lose that game. But, yeah, there was a lot of games like that. Drew made a big shot, another big shot. I think it was my 500th win. And, he's capable. He's one of those snipers, guys that could just, if he was open, you thought the ball was going in every time he shot it.
I used to think that about Melo, and I don't want to crush Melo as a kid. He's doing the best he can. But his shooting percentage did go down significantly the last 2 years. Shot 41% from threes as a freshman. What is it? Is it just that they paid more attention to him and he's taking tougher looks? Why did Melo just not seem to be that same threat, although he hit big shots? I mean, there's no doubt about it. But the shooting percentage wasn't anywhere near what it was when he first came in the league.
Yeah, teams adjust too. They know you get to be a junior, you get the attention that Melo gets, and all of a sudden teams go into the game, they game plan against him. They feel if they stop Melo, then the freshmen are good and all that, but if we can stop their main guy, that's going to hurt the other guys too, because when you're a freshman, you can act like you're very confident out there in the court, but you're looking at your veteran players. I don't care who you are. There's some of that going on, and when Melo doesn't shoot it well, I think that can affect the other guys in the team.
Coach Williams, do you see some of you when you look at Turge on the sidelines? I don't think he gets as fired up as you, but he's pretty close. Like he will go to bat for his guys. He will defend his players, especially with theirs. He is an animated guy on the sidelines.
Yeah, I mean every coach has to coach his personality, whatever that is. I remember when I came into the league, Terry Holland at Virginia would just sit there on the bench and be the Southern gentleman and all that, but then he had 2 stomach operations. I mean, you have to be able to handle the pressure whatever way suits your personality. And I think Mark is his own man. I was my own man, and each coach that is successful does it his way. There's no book you can read. Okay, this is how you should be as a coach, and you just have to. It's a feel. That's why I love coaching basketball. It was always a feel. You knew how the game was going. What do you have to do? You have to get mad at your players. You have to pump them up. Every game. Within the first 3-4 minutes of the game, things change, and you have to coach on the fly, and that was always the great part of coaching.
Gary, I was fascinated having seen you on TV a couple of times when you were over at Fort Myer with American, when you got a rare chance to play against one of the big boys. Did you change much as a coach from the guy that coached American then to the guy that obviously coached Maryland to a national championship?
Well, I got a little slower. I lost some speed in there somewhere. Yeah. But you learn more each year. I mean, the last year I coached in 2011, I had some things that I got in the summer that I really wanted to put into the team, and I think that's another really enjoyable part of coaching is that you never learn the whole game. I mean, there's the game changes first of all, and you have to change with it. You have to adjust to it. I loved coaching you. I mean, back then we were pressing all the time. I mean, there was very few games where we didn't press after every possession and things like that. And gradually, we didn't press as much. Times changed. Players didn't enjoy pressing. They had that had kind of a negative connotation to some players, and so you had to pick your spots. But in terms of offense, I learned a lot more with being able to keep our basic way we ran our offense. We were able to add a lot more things as time went on, and I think that really helped us as an offensive team. We were ranked in the top 20 in scoring quite a few of those years when I was at Maryland.